Imagine standing at the edge of the world. The air is still, the sea looks endless, and somewhere beneath your feet, the earth is breathing. Not the gentle breath of wind, but the ancient rhythm of a living planet. One that dreams, sleeps, and sometimes remembers how to awaken. We live in a fragile moment between heartbeats. Our cities glow like constellations of fireflies. Our voices echo through the digital void. And yet, beneath all that noise, the Earth waits. It remembers everything it has buried: ice, fire, ocean, and bone. And sometimes it reminds us that nature does not forget. Welcome to Xtenly. Today, we travel into the deep patience of the planet itself to meet 4 sleeping giants that hold the power to reset the story of humanity. Number 1, the Doomsday Glacier, the ice that remembers the future. In the far reaches of West Antarctica, there lies a slab of ice so vast, so ancient, that it has seen more winters than the human species itself. Scientists call it the Doomsday Glacier, but the world has given it another name, the Doomsday Glacier, because beneath its calm, frozen surface lies the memory of the future. It is more than a kilometer deep, wider than any river, stretching across a frozen empire larger than 300 cities combined. But it is not standing still. It is melting, slowly, relentlessly, and the planet is listening. For centuries, the ice has held back the sea. It was the gatekeeper of continents, the white wall between order and chaos. But now, cracks bloom like veins across its surface, and the ocean seeps beneath it, a thief unmaking history from below. Each drop of meltwater is a second lost in the clock of civilization. The Doomsday Glacier is not just melting, it's unraveling the balance of the world. Its collapse could raise sea levels by more than 3 meters. 10 feet of silence that will swallow coastlines and redraw the map of humanity. Mumbai, New York, Dhaka. Cities we once called eternal will become ghost names beneath the tide. And yet, this isn't merely about water. It's about consequence, about a planet that records everything we do, not in books or data, but in temperature and tide. The Doomsday Glacier teaches us one truth. The future is not waiting for us to catch up. It is melting toward us. Number 2, Yellowstone, the heart of fire. If Antarctica was the planet's memory, then beneath America's soil lies its beating heart. A heart made of fire. Yellowstone. A word tourists whisper in wonder, and geologists speak with unease. It looks peaceful. Forests breathing mist, rivers of crystal threading through valleys of gold. But beneath that calm beauty is a sleeping god. A supervolcano, 70 kilometers wide, 50 deep. A vast cauldron of molten rock pressing against the crust like a monster turning in its sleep. It last erupted 640,000 years ago. Before that, 1.3 million. Before that, 2.1 million. Each eruption, a punctuation mark in Earth's long story of fire. And by that pattern, it is due to speak again. When Yellowstone breathes out, it will not whisper, it will roar. Mountains will dissolve, cities will vanish. 1,000 kilometers of land will become a furnace of ash and glass. But the true terror will not be what burns. It will be what darkens. For years, sunlight will fail to reach the ground. Ash clouds will wander the sky like ghosts, turning day into a memory of night. Crops will die, oceans will cool, the planet will enter a volcanic winter, and humanity, so used to controlling everything, will learn what it means to be small again. Yet even in this, there is a strange beauty, because Yellowstone is not evil. It is creation and destruction in the same breath. A reminder that beneath our feet, the Earth is not a rock, but a heart still beating. We build civilizations on a living thing, and then wonder why it sometimes moves. Number 3. Cumbre Vieja, the island that waits to fall. Far across the Atlantic, where the ocean meets the edge of Africa, an island trembles in its sleep. La Palma, a small piece of volcanic memory born 4 million years ago from the sea. At its spine lies Cumbre Vieja, a volcano whose name means the old peak. But its story is far from old. For 60 years, a fracture has been growing across the island, a crack 6,000 feet above the sea. It widens quietly, like a sigh before the scream. Scientists say if it breaks completely, 500 billion tons of rock could slide into the ocean at 250 kilometers an hour. And when stone meets sea with that much force, the water answers. A wave a kilometer high would rise, a mega tsunami. It would travel thousands of miles, crossing the Atlantic like a dark messenger. Europe, Africa, America. No shore would remain untouched. Cities like Miami and New York would have hours to flee from a wall of water, taller than buildings, faster than sound. Some believe this is exaggeration. Some believe the island will hold. But nature doesn't make promises. It keeps possibilities. Cumbre Vieja may sleep for centuries. Or it may wake tomorrow. Because the ocean never forgets its unfinished conversations with the land. Every crack in the earth is a reminder that stillness is just an illusion. And now, we come to the quietest threat of all. Not fire, not water, not sudden collapse, but something ancient rising from beneath the cold. Permafrost, the thawing tomb, 11% of the Earth's land, frozen soil that has stayed below zero for thousands upon thousands of years. Half of Canada, 2/3 of Russia, the Tibetan Plateau, all resting upon a deep freezer of the planet's own design. Inside it lie the bodies of animals, plants and microbes that died before civilization began. Their cells perfectly preserved, their secrets waiting for warmth. For ages, this ice kept the past locked away. But the key is turning. Global temperatures rise, the frozen ground softens, and the Earth begins to exhale what it has held for eons. Methane, carbon dioxide, gases from the dead. Permafrost holds 4 times more carbon than all human industry has ever released. As it melts, it feeds the fever, a self-reinforcing loop. Warming creates melting, melting creates more warming, and the planet becomes a slow-burning spiral. The Batagaika crater in Siberia is one scar of this awakening, a wound that widens each year as the ground beneath it collapses. Some call it the mouth of hell. But in truth, it is a memory returning to the surface. Scientists warn that if this continues, 70% of the world's permafrost could vanish within 70 years. Even if every engine stopped today, the thaw would not stop. Because the Earth has momentum, and we are passengers in its orbit of consequence. The permafrost is melting, and with it, our illusion of control. It's not the end that frightens us. It's realizing that it has already begun. In the story of Earth, disaster is not an intruder. It is a rhythm. Ice collapses. Fire breathes. Mountains fall. The past awakens. And in between all of it, we build homes, we write poems, we fall in love, we name the stars. Every age believes it will last forever. Every civilization writes its own myths of survival. But the truth is quieter. The planet does not end. It resets. And every reset asks the same question. Can consciousness learn humility? The Doomsday Glacier will melt. Yellowstone will burn. Cumbre Vieja will fall. The permafrost will breathe again. But maybe, just maybe, we will remember that we were always part of this cycle. Not its victims, but its voice. Because the Earth is not against us. It is us. Our bones, our breath, our memory, all carved from the same dust that once burned in stars. And if we listen closely enough, the planet is still whispering. I am not your enemy. I am your reflection. Perhaps the end will not come with fire or ice, but with the silence of our own ignorance. This is Xtenly, where the universe whispers and we listen.